got my first tattoo, man. I think I was 14.
14.
Yeah, I think I was 14.
No, but we can't be shook. We can't be surprised.
Yeah, no, but 14. No.
I was-
Okay,
I was-
anyway.
Do you know what it means to say, I want a tat? It means you've thought about what it is you want to get on your body. You've thought about the time it'll take. You've thought about the pain that you have to endure, So it's not about my boss. It's never about your boss.
But to ladies and gentlemen, again, don't talk about me within my vicinity, especially about my tats. Like I personally find that hella disrespectful.
So, I weirdly, for me, it's not a negative thing. I actually, find that thing so funny because the way I get it with couples is that the woman is the one who will be like ugly, staring. Hey, she'll be like trying to
In
figure
an
out.
angle form,
Then the guy is mad pissed.
High as fuck, tatted up, I came in like that. Streets, they want me back, but I can't live like that. Bad thing in the club, she just threw it.
Welcome to our third episode of Mzansi Tattoo Stories. As we uncover the beauty of body modification and just generally tattoos, these are stories by real people, real stories, people that are authentic, people that about culture, people that love the culture. Today, we are talking about corporate and tattoos. We have something to say. I'm your host, Dumisa Mutawung. I'm with the beautiful lady. Adelaide Lishupi, please introduce yourself.
Yo, what up? My name is Adija, and today we have a special guest from the corporates. The corporates. Spy. So today we're joined by Mteo Mateka.
Yes.
Also known as Super Cool Mike Larry.
Mike Larry.
Mike Larry. I had to dig them out.
Where does Mike Larry come from, if we can jump? I'm interested.
Crazy. Mike Larry came from when I was a small boy, man. I think I was in primary. But I really was in primary.
Yeah.
There's a movie, Bad Boys came out.
Yeah.
That was my nickname growing up.
Yeah.
Bad Boy. So yeah. And we kind of got rid of the bad boy thing, and then it's like, no, Mike Larry. Yeah, it's super cool, Mike Larry. It just stuck since I was a little kid, yeah. And that was it.
Dope. Moseo, thank you for being with us today and just sharing some insight on corporate and tattoos. Please just further introduce yourself. Who are you? Where you're from? Where you grew up? What do you do? And stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. Mteo Mateka. That's my government name. I grew up. I was born in 1989. Okay. So I'm not that young, ain't it? I'm not that young.
Not anymore.
Nah, not anymore, man. So yeah, growing up, I grew up reasonably comfortable. Private schooling and stuff like that.
You do look like a cheese boy, dog. Cap. Like you give me vibes of a cheese boy.
Yeah, no, it really was not bad, bro.
Yeah.
It was not bad.
The come up with it was not that bad.
So yeah, grew up, went to college. Made some mistakes in life. Skated by, worked.
Yeah.
Left work. Did your own thing, left that, working again,
Yeah.
So it's been a good journey.
Wait a minute. While living, you just made a couple of mistakes. What do you
I gotta heal them.
Yeah, I know.
That's the process of
This
the
guy had just skipping.
No!
I know the mistakes are gonna come.
No, you see,
Besides the mistakes.
Just introducing himself. Yeah.
Just here and there.
hey man, imagine you're meeting someone for the first time and boom, it's a whole bomb.
No. Like, not even just like drop the bombshells.
Yeah.
It's just, you're skipping. Yeah.
I'm not
Let's
skipping,
go
okay.
get Mateo.
Okay,
Yo,
maybe-
standard school.
Okay, maybe be intentional with the questions. Like, okay, so you did your primary school. Where were you? You can ask me that.
No, I want Muteo to actually flow himself. So let him flow. We'll find the mistakes later on the episode, guys. Stay tuned
Stay tuned.
for the mistakes. So Muteo, as you guys know, we're a tattoo brand. We're all about tattoo. We're all about the culture.
Yeah.
We just represent tattoos generally. we just want to hear about your tattoo journey, Muteo. Like,
Okay.
how's it been? You know, where did you start? When did you start doing tattoos? How has it been when you started? Did you even have information about tattoos? Did you go to the right parlors? What happened when you got there? You know, we want to know all the gory details, man. Let us hear.
Yeah. Tattoos. I first got my first tattoo, man. I think I was 14.
14.
Yeah, I think I was 14.
No, but we can't be shook. We can't be surprised.
Yeah, no, but 14. Hey, yeah, no.
I was-
Okay,
I was-
anyway.
No, he said it himself. He was a bad boy.
Yeah.
He said he was a bad boy,
look,
bad
oh, wow,
child.
look.
On that account.
Look, I mean, I finished my Form 5 when I was 15. So I was always a
Form 5
Form
is,
5 is
grade
Matric,
12
yeah,
in
matric.
Botswana, guys. South Africans,
Exactly.
Form 5, grade 12. I know they're
so
confused.
I was 15. So I didn't do standard 7. I skipped that grade because I was a smart bad
No
boy.
look right. When Einstein.
So I was always with like older kids and stuff like that. So even just getting the tattoo, I was with an older mate of mine, So this guy's like, man, I want to get a tattoo. I'm like, why the hell not? We rock up. There's a dude local.
So it's
dude.
just an impulsive decision.
The first one.
Yeah.
The very first one was just to, man, I'm doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Whether my parents, I'm not telling them, no, I'm telling nobody anything. I'm just doing this.
Yeah,
And I did it. I got a Chinese symbol,
What
And-
was the Chinese symbol saying? Curry and noodles, rice, something? What does it
Can I
say?
tell you the truth? I don't even know anymore.
Exactly.
I've lied so much about what it says. At one point it used to be like
You lied.
it would be the name of whoever I'm seeing or whatever. You can just-
Guys, please stop getting Chinese symbols. I mean, Chinese do not get
No.
Setswana, Zulu, and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
It's
Come on.
ridiculous.
Or make sure, do your research, like hop on Google Translate, make sure it is what it actually
Yeah.
says it is. Because like I always get this question all the time. I have symbols on my neck and it
Yes.
means life is so beautiful. I know, I checked. I've had 10,000 people like the Mandarin students in UB. I'm like, what does this say? And I'm like, sure. I'm like, yeah, it means life is so beautiful. But so I'm like, okay, sure, sharp. You must check. You must check. Otherwise, next thing will be one of those on some. No, it means life is so beautiful. Then it's like, hey, bruh, it means you're a murderer. Then what?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Muteo, yes. You're still telling us about your journey on the tattoos starting out.
Yeah, So I got the first one, get the first one out the way. And then obviously, weirdly, when I got it, I take it home, My dad's the one who first spotted it. My dad's like, yo, man, what's that? I just thought to myself, okay. It is what it is, And it's
He
just
didn't
like-
say anything.
He didn't say much. My mom also didn't say jack. She just let it slide. Like, as long as you're doing your work at school, bro,
Yeah,
like, we don't
yeah.
really,
We don't care.
follow you because I played a lot. So
Yeah.
I was always out. So I'm sure I'm gonna come back with something.
Yeah.
I pierced my ears way early as well. Stuff like that. So they were pretty used to me, just I don't know, expressing. Let's call it that. Because I had an older cousin actually.
We call it more like a rebellious child.
Yeah, you could call it that. But I mean, if people don't understand you, they just don't understand you. It's not rebellion.
That's what they call you if
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
understand.
No,
you rebellious.
facts,
Because
facts.
even us with tattoos, we are rebellious apparently to people.
Yeah, you're different. You're really, really different. You're not like anybody else. Not
100%.
everybody can sit down and take a needle.
100%.
So you're really, really different, though. Trust me.
100%.
Yeah.
So your first artist, how did it feel like? What was your experience just getting in there? Bring us
Parlor
in.
experience.
Yeah, bring
Your
us
first
in.
parlor experience.
Yeah.
Like,
You
was
know,
it?
let me tell you something, man. Like, for me, my tattoo experiences get better with what I'm doing, My first tattoo was impulse. So there was no conversation. Me and that dude just got in there. I said to him, man, there's the Chinese writing that I want. Put it on me. You know what I mean?
Boom.
But when you start getting more tats and you understand why you're getting the tat, there's more of a story. There's more of connecting with your artist and stuff. So the first one, I can just drop his name, but that's all I want from that. There's nothing about me
Yeah.
and him. He doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't think he even remembers him. I can see him.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
walk
yeah.
past this guy like this guy doesn't know
Yeah.
I got his first thing from him.
Yeah.
Because it was nothing you know.
There was no relationship,
Nah.
nothing. It was-
But with
yeah.
more tats, more experience on why I'm doing the tat, you know, when I'm getting it, why I want to get it, you know.
Yeah.
Then there's the story, then, you know. So that's
So would you say most of your tattoos have stories behind them?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they do. Most of them do.
Besides the noodles one.
No, the noodles one is just, but I love it. You know, I really love it. I really love it, man. I really love it because it made a lot of people happy. Like even my little sister, if she sees this dog, at the time she was growing up, man, like she was so young. She used to ask me, "What is this? What is this?" I said, "It's your name, girl. Her name is Keleto. Shout out to her." So I used to tell her it means wish.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, "What is that Chinese sign?" It says wish. Keleto.
Keleto, he told you he lied to you.
I know,
he just
but
admitted to
I
you.
admitted to it long before this, you know, long before this.
Yeah, no hundreds. Man, so since you an interested person in like tattoos and stuff,
Yeah.
have you ever been interested in like other body modification things like deep in piercings and maybe piercing your private parts and stuff like that?
No, they
You never
are-
know.
oh,
You
yeah,
never
there
know.
are
There's
times
people
like
that are crazy out here.
Nah, B. Nah. You know, I'm influenced more like by sports and like music. You know, that's where I got my love for all this stuff because I played a lot. I played a lot of soccer. I played a lot of basketball. You know, nationally too. You know, so the guys that I looked up to were sports and athletes, and you know, so those guys had tats. Those guys had earrings. You know, that's what I did. I did to look like them. You know, so I didn't think about it like, man, I wouldn't pierce my, you know what?
Yeah.
Nah. But I pierced my tongue, and I told them about it. I pierced my tongue,
Yeah.
so I want to do it again.
Whoa. Okay, what was that about? Fill us in. Let us
I
in.
don't know.
What's the tongue piercing about on the
I
jet?
don't know.
Did you have some sort of experience with that?
You know what? I wanted a piercing outside of the ears, and I didn't want the normal, you know, over the eyebrow thing.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do my nose.
Yeah.
Trying something I can hide. So it was like my first year in uni, and I just did my tongue. Bah.
And how did your girlfriend feel about it? Sorry, did I ask a sensitive
I
question?
don't know. It was pretty exciting at the time, you know. It was pretty exciting. So it was a cool thing to have.
Exciting to
Hey,
in
man,
a way that you use it to
It
your
was a cool
advantage.
thing to have.
Oh, that's why you want to have it again.
Look, man.
You had a great experience with it.
I'm a father now. I wasn't a father at the time.
Okay,
No,
so tell me, Mattel, you work in the corporate world,
Yeah.
right? And how is it being tatted up in the corporates? Like, you know how growing up we're always told you can't tattoo yourself because then you're never gonna get hired,
Yeah.
or people aren't going to appreciate your form of expression
Yeah.
type. So
Yeah.
how has your working experience
Yeah.
been as a man or an individual with tattoos in the workspace?
You know the thing about it with my journey, you know, because like I said, man, it's not straightforward. You know what I mean? So it's never been an issue of well, the corporate world accept me like this. I'm like this. You know what I mean? I am like this.
So you didn't give them a choice.
I didn't give him a choice.
No, that's what's up.
I don't give anyone a choice because
That's what's
it's
up.
on me. It's on me, and I'm bringing my credentials there.
Yeah.
You know, you're not seeing me before you see my paper. You see my paper first, and then you call me if you're interested in what you see.
Yeah.
So when
There's
I
some
get
real
there,
real shit right there.
true
Yeah.
story. So, man, it's pretty comfortable because you're comfortable in your skin. You know what you're able to do, what you're capable of in terms of the workspace. You know, you're able to fulfill your duties. I know my responsibilities 100%. I fulfill them 100%. And, you know, my current employer is absolutely happy with more and more modifications that I do because, man, where I'm employed, we have to wear short sleeve shirts now, you know? And this is a rule change that was implemented not too long ago, you know? And it was weird in the beginning because I didn't want to expose my tats, you know, and other employees too. I mean, people who had more tats, you know, I mean, some are, you don't want them to be seen ever because you know, we have mistakes, you know. So yeah, man, this guy walked in and he's like, "You're wearing short sleeve shirts starting next week Monday. What are you gonna do?" He's the big boss. You're doing that. Raise your hands. We don't like that. We feel like we need to cover these things. Like, no, show them, even if you're uncomfortable. I don't like walking around with tats and I'm wearing a shirt and I'm looking real formal. I feel like it kind of takes away from where I am in that moment, and what I'm trying to do in that moment. Yeah.
Okay, so in this corporate journey you've been on,
Yeah.
now you're on multiple journeys, the tats and work and bettering your career. Have you been discriminated against? Like, you know how there's the boardroom fear. That's what I call it, boardroom syndrome. Like, it's a person with tats, and then you're sitting with other big dogs there at the big tables, and they see your tats. Have you had a negative reaction or comment thrown your way because of how you look?
Nah, I think what had happened to me is that I had an insecurity about a tat that I had. And I use the word had because I covered it up. But I had an insecurity about that particular tattoo because I didn't like it at all. So showing it off was very uncomfortable for me. So if I'm able to walk into a meeting and I've covered everything up that I want to cover up, then I'm okay. But that one particular tat, it was somewhere that it was a bit visible, even if I was wearing like a short sleeve shirt. Sorry. So I wanted to put that away. But other than that, people will look. When you have tats, best believe people, they'll look longer than they will look at someone else. And the more tats you have, the longer they'll look because they're trying to see what you're doing. Because sometimes the tat won't be visible from where they are. And you can feel their eyes. You can feel their eyes. Right. So imagine you're in a boardroom space and you've got all these things and Indian dudes and different big old guys. So you're a young cat. You're sitting there. You've got all these things out. You go get your bling watch and stuff. So they're probably thinking, "Whoa, man!" I don't know. But you can just feel the eyes. They take longer on you. But once you start presenting your stuff, man, people forget about that. They listen to what you have to say. If you do have something to say.
True. So if you were an employer, like right now, as you said, your current employer is okay with you and your other colleagues showing out your ink and because you guys do the work. And this basically goes back to what we said in episode 1, how I look does not affect how I work, right? As if you were to be an employer of a big business or whatever, would you also present the opportunity for inked people to work for you? Looking at the fact that
Is
you
that
have
even
tattoos.
a question?
No, it is a question because I'm like,
To him?
Well, can I tell you something though,
Yeah,
man? Dude, I personally, I don't like working with people with tats.
why?
Why?
Weirdly, because
Crazy.
That is
I wanna
that
hear
is the
this.
True story.
craziest thing you said.
I put them in a box too because it's what I've known, and it'll take some time for me to learn the person. But if you're walking in, I do have that problem. I
Why?
don't know. I don't
So
know.
Okay, let's-
you technically saying you have problem with people with tattoos.
I don't not necessarily people with tattoos.
Working with them.
Yeah, just when I want to get serious, I want to get serious. And sometimes
So
I
they
feel
can
like
get
Meaning you are
serious.
not serious also because you have tattoos.
no.
Yeah, that's what you're basically saying.
That's what you're saying.
Okay,
I know
let's
I'm
break it
setting
down.
myself up,
Yeah.
But I wish you'd understand. It really is just a perception thing until you break it down, Because when you walk in and you are clear of all of those things, I have nothing to judge you on. You get what I mean? But because you have tats, and maybe you have a neck tat, some tats are very symbolic. If you walk in and you've got a couple of teardrops, you know what teardrops represent, right? Exactly. So stuff like that, man. I'm just like, ish, this motherfucking and people change their lives. Fact, People change their lives. So you can walk in there with teardrops and you're a whole different person. But when you walk in with tattoos, my nigga, I'm just like, ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hear
But
your
it
story.
doesn't make sense. Like, okay, I understand where he's coming from. Like, some tattoos have meaning, right?
Yeah.
But as a person with tattoos, you mean to tell me that you wouldn't give
Yeah.
another person with tattoos the benefit of
I
the doubt
would,
to
I
work
would,
for
but
you?
you're gonna have to sell yourself more than the person who comes in looking like they're ready to just
I
work.
think
immediately.
honestly, that's the stigma that we are talking about.
there, it's there.
That is literally what-
that we're still trying to break down because this is my view, this is my opinion, right? I hear you, right? That's your opinion. But one, you already have tattoos. And also that's how you express yourself as a person generally. And also, your tattoos give you confidence. You know what your tattoos mean. So if somebody has good tattoos, good-looking tattoos, wouldn't you hire them because they are equally expressing themselves like you as you have tattoos? It's different when a person rocks up with jail tattoos and they look like a criminal. Now, that's a different case. You need to prove yourself. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from, but there's a thin line. There's people that have tattoos that just like have good intentions and they express themselves like how you're expressing yourself. So, in my opinion, definitely would work with people with a lot of tattoos.
Yeah.
Definitely. Hey.
Yeah, No, I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't, but I just want you to realize that even people with tats, they have a certain feeling about, other people. We're all human,
Yeah,
We're all human.
yeah.
So I'm not going to change, the stereotypes that I grew up in. Even though I was breaking those barriers by still doing what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I lived in that, and I know that. So I'm not going to be blind to the fact that I live in that society.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even though I may, express myself sometimes.
How do you feel about your women having tattoos? It makes me now think of that question next, because if you're gonna have some sort of stigma with people that you work with, what if you get like heavily tattooed hand? What happens?
I don't know, man.
What's
don't
the
know.
plan?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't mind tats, but what's heavily tattooed?
Heavily tattooed is that tattooed when you pull up in a family gathering, everybody's like, Mateo, what is wrong with you? Did you just bring Little Wayne with you?
Then I'm not doing that, because where I'm from, man. It's even the tests that I have, they're not, not everybody's for them. Not everybody will appreciate them, and even until you sit down and explain the story. But you don't want to do that with stuff like this. You just want people to appreciate what it is. If you don't get it, you don't get it. If you don't get it, what do they say? Forget about it.
100.
But I don't like overdone. I wouldn't want.
What is overdone when it comes to tattoos and you're addicted? You just did how many tattoos in a space of?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
You're regular now.
No.
No, bigly big.
Yeah,
week in, week out. Come on.
Yeah. Man, not too much, not too much, because you gotta leave room for, something.
Why? What do you leave room for?
Just leave it. Don't. I think don't cover the whole body. Just.
Why not? Why not?
That's my feeling.
Well, if that's what your girl loves, then what?
Hey.
You don't love her anymore because she likes a lot of tattoos and you have them?
It would be very excuse me. It would be very awkward for me to move from seeing skin to seeing little skin. It will be very weird for me,
Obviously,
because
she
as much
doesn't
as
do it
I
within
like
a
that.
short space.
Yeah.
She's growing with you in it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe because I'm looking at the age I'm at and I'm like, okay, she has two,
Yeah.
She got more. I'm just like, okay, you need to calm down,
Come
You
on.
need to slow down.
Come on, look at you telling people to calm down.
Bruh, this guy that literally finished his leg in 2 weeks, bruh.
It's not even done yet.
Are you afraid that maybe your girlfriend will get more attention than you? Because that's one of the cases.
No, I'm not afraid of that. I mean, she already is a attention person. She really does get a lot of attention already. So it's not even about that, But I think it's just the image thing. We're at an age where even though I'm doing all this, it's for my purpose. It's for my purpose. If it serves a purpose and she can explain why she's doing it, I really have no control over her body, But
Does she have to explain to you?
no, it's not an explained thing. It's just I'm going to do this.
I get
I'm going
it.
to do this. So your opinion is your opinion.
Yeah.
If she takes my opinion, we consult each other. I think it's important. Even though, even some of the tests that I got, I don't consult much because people don't get, So when you are ready to do a tat and you want to do a tat, man, there must be a reason. There must be a damn good reason. So someone doesn't need to explain too much. You'll see it. You'll see it on the artwork. You know, you've paid for this thing, man. These things ain't cheap. You know, so you're taking money and you're.
What's your feeling about just spending a lot of money on tattoos?
I ain't got a problem.
Generally.
with it. I ain't got a problem.
Quality control,
Yeah.
quality over quantity.
I mean, she doesn't like it. She doesn't like it, but you know, I've seen the value now of, you know, getting real good tattoo, and you know that's one thing. You know, I'm tired of covering up. You know, covering up little things. Yeah. So do it once and do it right.
Correct, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Real stories, real people. Guys, please follow us on our podcast. Make sure that you subscribe, you know, comment, talk to us. Hit us up with your stories that you want us to talk about. Our email address is at mtspodcast@sowetoinc.com. Check it right below. As we dive in more, Adija, I want you to dive in more into the section that we are diving in. This is basically more about like how tattoos become therapy. You know, I'll talk about myself first because I take them as therapy. We might take this lightly, but a lot of people are troubled. They come in to the shop very troubled. They come with problems, and to them, it's like they're coming to like therapy sessions. When they come into the session, you help them, you do their tattoo. They feel better after because sometimes whatever they're going through, they feel like they've overcome, you know, of which that has been a case to me when I've had a lot of problems. I would get into a therapy session, get a tattoo and feel better, you know. And it doesn't say me saying fuck the world, but yo, I just got better after a tat. Let's talk about therapy and tattoos.
Okay. So, Mateo, you know how I've briefed up Mateo about tattoos and therapies, and he has a very interesting opinion on it, actually. But yes, he has a very interesting about tattoos and therapy. So, Mateo recently let us know that he's a therapy guy now. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you out there like
Part
that.
of the therapy.
I didn't mean to put you out there like that. But he actually acknowledges that there is some type of healing to tattoos.
You're going through therapy.
Oh my God.
So it's
Oh my
easy
God.
therapy,
Oh my
guys.
God. Oh
Don't
my
take
God.
this lightly.
Okay. So I want to know, I'm going to ask like from what you've stated so far, right? So your first tattoo was impulsive.
Yeah.
It had no meaning, no
Yeah,
story
yeah.
behind it. But then the art tattoos, you did say have stories behind it.
Yeah.
So tell me the general feel of your stories. Was it I was going through shit, or was it a reward tattoo? Like I've worked hard enough to get this, or was it a tattoo type thing? Like what was the general feel of your
Yeah.
tattoos when you first started?
Okay. Yeah, I've got different tads for different seasons, you know. So remember I mentioned the one that I had to cover up. You know, I got something that was ridiculous, you know, and I had to cover
What
this.
is something
No,
ridiculous?
it's okay. It's okay, you know.
No, tell us. We
Tell
want to know. We want to know what is ridiculous.
Let's just say I had to cover this thing up. It just didn't make sense anymore.
Was it the name of somebody?
No. I've only ever got one name, and it was my daughter. That's it. But no, let me not.
What's
Let me
this
not.
something?
No,
Now we're curious.
No.
What was it? What
No, let me-
was it an embarrassing object or something?
Yeah, it was just there now, you know. But forget about it.
I can't forget about it.
Yeah.
Okay, but Mateo, this is a safe space. You can always choose.
No, it's okay. Let me
Okay.
tell you. Maybe I had to cover this thing up. I covered it up, and when I was covering it up, that had meant a lot to me in terms of whoo. You know, it was such a sigh of relief. You know, like oh, I don't have to plan my outfits around covering this thing up anymore. I don't have to, you know, be checking out if I'm taking pictures. How do I hold? You know, planning. Hey, the camera's there. Where am I? You know. So that tattoo felt like such a relief, you know. So it was great, and when I was covering it up, I covered it up. It was on my biceps, so I got some roses, and you know, people ask me, "Why'd you get flowers on your biceps?" I'm like, "Nah, man, it's Guns and Roses, you know." So, literally, that's what the story then became for me. yeah, so I got that, and then I had a good feeling as well around the tribal piece that I got. I felt good about that one too. You know, it was a time in my life where something was changing. You know, I was transitioning between something. I can't really mention what exactly, but
No, we gotta know what the
To know what
transition.
exactly.
I get it. Okay, we are going through like therapy. This is therapy for me. I'm doing these
look,
things because of. Yeah.
look. There was a change in my life, where I was introducing someone in my life, and I just thought, okay, let me honor this with that. You know, I got that. You know, and it was a nice feeling too. You know, so some certain things, and weirdly, these people never know the backdrop of the story of the tat. You know, they'll just see a tattoo and just look at whatever and they see it, and they don't know what I was thinking about when I was doing it, like where I was moving from, and what I was trying to do, like yeah. And then
So would you say you have any emotional attachment to the old cover up? Because from what I'm hearing, you sound a bit like
EDB blinded
deep.
tattoo. Yeah.
Like
I also want to know what.
deep. But I mean, I'm sure there's a surface to it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just hurtful that we didn't cover up as Soweto Inc. Otherwise, we would know what's going on.
Really, because this is
yeah, no, man, yeah. I mean,
On a lighter note.
yeah, there was an element of trying to get rid of that moment, because that tat just it was a sort of like a symbol of something, it was a symbol of and when I think about it, I remember the moment in time I was, and I was a real badass.
You were that symbol when you did it.
Hey, I was a badass dog, yeah. So it was around.
Gangster?
Yeah, it wasn't. It didn't
Part
make
of a
sense.
gang?
No.
we don't
Never
have
part of
gangster
it.
tattoo
Nigga,
for here.
no.
I'm sorry, like
When you're just naughty and you're just getting things, man.
Yeah.
So you move past that and you're just like, hey, she's it again. I don't need this. I don't need this shit no more. I don't want to go back up and think about that dude.
Yeah.
I'm not that dude.
Yeah.
I'm not that dude no more. I'm Guns N' Roses now.
So it was just sort of a transition from
Yeah.
the old you into the you.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah.
What was the old you doing then?
I'm curious,
I don't
man.
know.
It's like Nelis dude, what were you doing? What was so bad about the old you that
Yeah.
talking about this tattoo that signifies this old you is something that you cannot bring up to the
I
table?
mean-
Like what was so bad about the old you that you don't even want to remember that, oh shit, this happened before? Because sometimes I understand some people get covered, like as you said, because he doesn't want to remember that. Sometimes it's because the tattoo is a bad tattoo and I don't like it. But if you don't want to remember that, wouldn't you like to have this tattoo there because it represents a particular point, and then the next one is, oh, I was here and now I'm there. I think that's how I think about all my tattoos. You get so
It's not the same. There's a
not the
deep
same.
element. There's a deeper element where you don't want to go back. You don't want to hear.
You don't even want to remember.
Yeah, yes. There's mistakes that you just want to, move past and forget about them.
Yeah.
I think that's where it comes from. Not a mistake that you want to look at. No, you want to move past it.
Yeah, because
That's why I want to know, what was this mistake?
No, man, it's just a change thing, for me. Because I always say that, for you to change, you need to feel a lot of pain, And once you're done feeling the pain, I don't have time to feel sorry for myself, So cover it up
And move.
and get the step in, dog. I'm telling you. So,
But you still not saying, I'm not here if you give me scenarios where you felt like, look, man, I've been a horrible person. I did that. But of course, on a lighter note, I know you probably stepped on people's toes.
Yeah. Like, bruh.
Hey, man, not me.
So don't play it safe here. Why?
Yeah.
Who did you step on?
No, you know what? It's dude. I think you grow up and you you think you're a badass or whatever, but you end up doing silly little mistakes, that get you into weird little trouble. So, it's not about whose toes did you step on, but it's all about, disappointment. You want to move away from those disappointing times. So I'm not a gangster.
So you
Not
feel
a
like you've
gangster.
let your parents down at some point?
Not let them down, dog. Come on, man. You see, you're gonna go into some weird shit.
How is it weird?
No, like based on what you just said now, you just said that you feel like
No.
you've made your mistakes and you've
Yeah,
let
yeah.
them down somehow. Like I just want to know how deep how do you feel like you let people down?
Not people, but myself, dude. But
Yeah.
myself,
The worst person you could let down. is
myself,
you.
my man. I'm a very confident person, so even when I know I've made a mistake or whatever, I don't, and it's because of the way I was raised up. I was told, motherfucker, you need to man the fuck up. As much as things were real rosy and stuff like that, we were taught independence, and you're taught to, get your shit in order. If not, you're not gonna be able to, survive here. So the disappointment is within me. It's within me, man. What you feel about me is neither here nor there. It's not gonna help me pick my shit up and try and be a better person. So covering up that tat, it's not for disappointing anybody else but myself. But when I got this tat, why didn't I think about it longer? I paid money, man. You were still in this, so why couldn't you just relax a bit, and not for instant gratification that you're there, you're with your boys, you're getting a stupid tat, and you're just in a high state, you're drunk and you're chilling, So when you cover it up and you're just like, hey, we do it again. Now I'm going into a different phase, It's just,
So it was just making you lose self-confidence in a way.
yeah,
Basically.
Yeah, it just reminded me of that silly little boy who,
So
tried
now if you have someone like a chick, you'd have to dress in a certain angle.
Yeah, so you
Don't
covers
like
it.
it, asking questions.
You
What
know
is
what I
this
mean?
now?
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Yeah. So,
Okay. So besides this cover up, do you have any other tattoo regrets?
regrets? Nah. It's only ever been better since I realized that, I'm not going to walk into dingy places or just make stupid decisions.
Okay. So you are one of, I don't know about everyone else, but you're one of my favorite canvases in the shop. What advice would you give to a person that works in the corporate and still wants to get a tattoo, but they're not sure of what or where to put it? Like, what type of advice would you give them?
I'd love to add on to that before you answer, Amocheo, because we get a lot of customers that come through. They're like, yo,
I want a tattoo, but
I want a tattoo, but my job. I'm like, what about your job?
Yeah.
What about it?
What about it?
I know my boss. My boss doesn't like tattoos, and I like. In most cases, what I've figured, to be honest, a lot of bosses have tattoos. They are just hidden there underneath, and you can't see them. You only see them when they're on vacation. And also, the question is, like you said earlier, if it doesn't affect your work, your intellect, what's the problem? I have a real question. What is the problem? I feel like it's just, bitter people in corporate spaces that want to prove their masculinity, of which is not making sense. Y'all need to calm down. Yeah, Matteo, hit us up.
No, I mean, like I said, man, I think a tattoo is not something you gotta want it, and you wanting it, and you need to understand what it means. I always say, do you know what it means to say I want a tat? It means you've thought about what it is you want to get on your body. You've thought about the time it'll take. You've thought about the pain that you have to endure. So it's not about my boss. It's never about your boss. Your boss, you need to consider them if you're putting it in a space where it'll be visible. If you're putting it on your neck, that's when you can think about your boss. But then you ask yourself, what am I putting on my neck that maybe my boss needs to really understand that I'm not budging? And if you're not budging, then it's gotta mean something to you. Because like you said, I'm adding to my tats, and I'm not adding because am I afraid of what my boss will say? No, it's that my tat. If only you knew the story behind my new tat is my daughter. not my boss.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm thinking about that. I just know that it's in a spot where I can cover it if I have to. It's in a spot where it doesn't need to affect my job, if anything. You know. So yeah. So my advice to somebody who's trying to get a new tat: go for what you like. Go for what you like. Go for, you know, what you think will look good on you. Because at the end of the day, we're just doing this to look good as well.
Awesome. In terms of just like research on tattoo parlors based on your experience previously, getting tattoos, hence you said dingy places. What is your 2 cents on that in terms of how you can advise people to do research before they do their tattoos and how to find good tattoo artists in good shops?
Take your time, man. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. You know, hold your position. Even if you're yearning for something, you want something real bad. You know, the first tattoos are usually the trying out phase. You know, because you never really know what to expect. You don't even know what a needle feels like on your skin. So those are there are always those weird tattoos that you just ask yourself. But you know, you can get lucky and find a new tat that is perfect. You know. But take your time. It's like buying a vehicle. You're spending money, bro. You're spending money. So go around, shop around, see what's up. You know, have a look at the catalog, see what's up. Take your time. Do your research. Don't have a body full of artwork that you are not so proud of. That is the worst feeling. That's the worst feeling ever.
Correct. No, 100%.
Okay, so Mateo, has any hold on. Let me see if I'm freezing myself properly here. Okay, in your tattooing journey, has there been any relationship strain because of your tat or how you look? Like, was there a point, like your relationship, let's say, okay, I can't say your parents because you did say your parents were okay with it when you started, but any like relationship strain, whether it's your siblings, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, like was there, or your girlfriend, something? Or has it always been just like, this is me and that's that?
I'm a very headstrong person. So the only conversations around my tattoos would be money-wise. That, dude, come on, you know, something somebody, or you know why, you know, but you can't talk me out of what I really want, you know, and what I really want, and if it makes sense to me, man, you're not dying, so leave it to me, you know, leave it to me. It's you know, like I said, man, you know, you're not asking people to understand what you have on you. You're just being, there. If you don't get why I have a tat, man, it really changes nothing. It absolutely changes nothing. I have it, it's there. You know, you like a signal and walk past me, I still have it. I still have it. Somebody else will look at it and smile and be like, hey, we're there, said dude, don't we? You know, so, man,
Okay. And my last, my last question, I think it's my last question. Does the feel of a tattoo parlor matter to you? The feel, like, you know how you just mentioned dingy places and don't do any, like, does the feel matter? Or should I say, does it now matter since you've become a regular at one? Or
yeah, it matters. It really matters. You know, it's all about the space. It's all about the space. Even just the guys that I was using, you know, they give me a feeling of, you know, we can chat, you know, and sitting around somebody for 6 hours straight, man, you have to speak, you know, you have to engage, and find that, you know, this guy is tatted up as well, and you know, this guy has, you know, same daddy issues that you do, you know.
Daddy issues.
You know what I mean? So why does this guy with full ink have the same problems that I have? You know, similar problems, whatever. You know, so you just chat, and you know, it becomes, like you say, family. You know, you just realize that. And in actual fact, someone said something to me the other day. You know, it was my first big piece. You know, the guy who did it, he actually said to me, people who get tattoos this big are going through
Do something.
something, whatever they're feeling, some sort of pain or whatever. And only then it hit me. I said, I didn't say a word to him. Yeah, I didn't say a damn thing to him. I just kept quiet. And I thought about it. And I was like, this motherfucker's right.
Yeah.
Because to sit through that amount of pain, and I only realized that I did it through people's reactions. People would see like, hey, what hard? And when I was doing it, I was so focused. I was just like, I'm doing this thing.
Oh, bruh.
And you end up not feeling. I remember she said she could fall asleep during a tat. I almost did. Because you just become numb to it, and you don't feel anything, and you're just like, I need this thing done. I need it done. So
Yeah, hundreds. Before we go to our game, we have a game, right? Today we have a game, guys.
Today.
there's a
We're playing
game.
is- yeah, we're playing a game.
Oh my god.
We play, but I just have one more question for Mateo.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna just elaborate why I'm asking this question. The question is, well, with all respect, if your woman is watching this show, with all respect, but the question is, since you've been doing tattoos and you've been adding tattoos, why are you laughing at me?
Because you all know what this question is.
Why are you laughing at me? You already know what I want to ask.
I know exactly where we're going.
All right, cool. I'll ask it anyway. I'll still explain why I'm asking this question for people that want to know at home. Okay, I want to know, how has it just generally changed your game changed your game in women looking at you, whether it be physically, social media, compared to when you didn't have tattoos? Before you answer, let me just elaborate why. Because, hey, guys, most cases, I observe a lot. Social media, I would think these people that, the ones that DM, that slide, yeah, those ones. Ask, is it because of my tattoos that you really like me, or you like me as a person? And we also get into a relationship and date, Now, when we date, I ask myself questions, but are you here for the tat still, or is it me? I always get that question. And I always have a question also, is it, if I didn't have tats, would people still look at me the same way? Would I still get the DMs? Hey, girls, would I still get the DMs? Anyway, over to you, sir.
Yeah. Yo, my God. Okay. So, no, obviously, when you look different, people are interested in you. People will want to find out what's with this dude,
Yeah.
So there's a bit of interest there. There's a bit more interest. You'll observe that, people will always ask, hey, yeah. My girl in particular, she's not too big on tats. She actually would advise against some of the decisions that I want to do. I'm not done yet, so she advises against it because she doesn't want to date a gangster.
So you confirming to the attention.
True story.
You get the attention.
True story. Legit.
It's a thing.
Legit.
Okay.
Even the guys will, you'll be chatting to some dudes, hey, man, some people were talking about your tattoos and people were, stuff like that, So it's there. You just you need to know how to manage it. Yeah.
That's very important, because if you can't manage it, hey, you'll be in trouble.
Eish.
Deep trouble. You were saying something, ma'am, before you
I was
cut
actually
you.
about to ask, do you also get the couples convos? I call them the couples convos, like the couples that are passing by and you can hear and see and feel, oh shit, I'm the topic of this couples conversation. I call this the couples conversation.
Hey, it's a problem.
And but to ladies and gentlemen, again, don't talk about me within my vicinity, especially about my tats. I personally find that hella disrespectful. You get me? Because then as much as I know I have all these tattoos and they're scary, okay, I'm speaking for myself because I'm a hand with 8 fucking guns and a grim here. You get me? I know I have scary tattoos, and I know in your eyes, I look like a satanism, But then who the hell are you to be there talking to the next homie about I hate that conversation so much.
Yeah.
I hate that conversation so much. There's even a thing on Twitter, like, where they're like, would you ever get married to a tatted up woman? Who said the tatted up woman wanted to get married to you in the first place?
That is the big question.
You know? Like, and then there's also the couples that, I don't know, but I think it's very weird. Like, if you're a gent or a hun and you're talking to your significant other about the other gender, like, usually as a gent, like, let's say, she's talking, I understand honey's talking about me. I love y'all too. I understand that honey's talking about me, like, I can't live on, Honeys are nice people. They're not afraid or shy to admit to another lady, like, oh my God, you're so pretty. I like your tattoos. It's a thing. Whether it comes from a genuine place, you never know. I never know too. Get me? But I appreciate the honesty. Now, what gets me a bit confused is when it's like, like, I get a baby where I want. It's like, right, you're talking about another gent with your hand.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah, actually, I experienced that.
Do you fall victim to couples conversations also?
That's bad.
Can I say? Can I say? I weirdly, for me, it's not a negative thing. I actually, find that thing so funny because the way I get it with couples is that the woman is the one who will be like ugly,
Yes.
staring. Hey, she'll be like trying to
In
figure
an
out.
angle form,
Hey.
like.
Then the guy was mad pissed.
Yeah. I've noticed an incident where I was walking at the mall, right? And then I meet these two couples. They're walking. I can see these couples are, they're having a good conversation. And then the woman starts staring at me, and I'm staring back at the woman. The woman now starts like losing the conversation on the man. I picked up that the conversation is lost. Now the guy's looking at the woman's like trying to pick up the conversation. I was like, this is so awkward.
Yeah.
It is so awkward. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Restaurant, walked in a restaurant and two couples were just having a conversation. A girl having a conversation with your man about me, boy, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Boy, don't play like that.
You see, as a couple, hella as a whole, as a couple, don't rap about the next own with the tats.
Hey.
Like, trust me, the next time you guys argue, she's going to hit you with, and I tattoo. He's gonna hit you with a phone. Like, literally, like, I don't know, but I just figured out, like, you never want to have that conversation because best believe when they're mad. Number one, I could have ready tattoo. What's your reply to that, home? Just because you rapped about that one particular person 6 months back.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's really crazy because also adding on to that, you might, just date somebody that's not into tattoos and you like tattoos and you like staring at niggas with tattoos, but your person don't want them tats. So it's tricky. There's a very thin line, but just don't engage. Leave it to us. We know why.
Okay, so I have a question for the both of you, actually, right? Because I just remembered that I'm actually chilling with parentals. Dads with tattoos. Dads with tattoos. Du has a baby, and you also have baby girls you're very proud of. You're a very proud father of two, isn't? Has you having tattoos, being a dad with tattoos, has that ever been a conversation where people feel like you may be a bad parent because of how you look, or your parenting skills are questionable because of your tattoos? Have you gone through that, either of you, or is it?
I think you set the tone. Yeah, you set the tone. You are the example. You know what I mean? If you're always on time to pick up your child, if you are never late in the fees, if you are, just doing what you gotta do, nobody will question your parenting. People will actually talk about you in high regard. No, that's a great dad, I'm telling you, people don't see tattoos until you start being somebody that is not upholding. I'm telling you, tattoos only become a problem when they're in jail, when they are seen associated with, wrongdoing. But generally, if you are setting the tone and you are just a generally good guy, nobody will see that you have so many tats. They'll only see the kind acts that you do for your children, the kind acts that you do for whoever,
True.
And that's what people will talk about when they see you. They'll talk about the motel who is doing this. He's a great dad. He's a this. No, not the tattoos. Nobody. The tattoos are only something you
small
see.
part.
Yeah, you just see them when you want to see them. You know, really absolutely nothing. So your parenting, if you're a crap parent, you're a crap parent. man.
That's it.
You got tats or you don't. If you're shit, you're shit.
That's it.
And would you
Bottom
let
line.
your kids get tats and piercings?
Nope.
Why? Okay. I want
No.
to know why. Why not?
No.
Mateo is very controversial.
Mateo is very, he's very,
Yeah, very controversial.
Look, man. I wasn't an easy kid to raise, I'm sure. You know, shout out to them, dude. I actually turned out really, really good, you know. But shout out to them, man. You know, and I want to prolong at least, you know, the kids, you know, like they shouldn't do some things as early as I did, you know. They shouldn't try and experience and just try and find out as early as I did, you know what I mean? So, man, there's boundaries, there's levels to this shit. So I don't want them to think of tats. I mean, I'm not gonna stop putting tats on me, but I'm gonna explain to everybody that look, you're not about to do what I'm doing.
Why not?
No, I'm too old. I'm way older than you. You'll have your time when you are able and you are living alone, not in my house.
okay, that
Not in your
part
house.
makes sense. That part I understand, but I mean, like, okay, you know this. I want to tattoo
Okay, if
at
let
a
me-
very
let me-
young
let me-
age,
let me-
but
let me-
imagine your kids actually put you through what I put my mom through every
That's-
single year. Where I'm like, I'm reminding you, yo, this is what I really want for myself when I'm older. Would you still be the nah, dog, not at all, or would you be the like, okay, maybe when you're older, but
because
do your
I
research
didn't
type
consult
guy?
anyone. I feel like, you know, fine, you know, I made a decision. It was quite selfish. It was a selfish decision that I had made, you know. And if I had the chance and my kid would ask me, can I get a tat? I'd really, really sit them down and tell them, please don't. You know, it's not a no. You know, if they end up doing it, you know, it's their decision. I can't change that, you know. But if I was able to say to them, nah, man, just chill, man. You know, I'll pay for your first one, and it'll be a dope set. Don't worry, just turn 21. Get the fuck out of my house. I'll pay for your tat on your way out.
So you can say that at least, because then you said no, it's if
No,
you
yeah,
never
yeah.
want, you know. I compare also. What was I about to say? I actually forgot just now, but it's actually something quite important.
Well, regarding my opinion with daughters and dads and tattoos and just generally the culture is totally different. The reason I'm saying controversial, I look at it on a broader spectrum. You know, one, I am a guy that does the whole tattoo thing. So if my daughter says, "Dad, I'd love tattoos. You know, I would love to get a tattoo." Obviously, my daughter sees me all the time, and she's probably inspired by daddy. You know, my conversation would be, "Baby girl, not a problem, but you'll have to do it right at this age.
Yeah.
You know, at a certain age that you agree." My daughter, 18 is fine, is 100%. I would agree for her to get a tattoo at my concert. Because simply the reason I'm saying that, if you say no to your children and you are rudely saying no, or you're not sitting them down and telling them why, they are going to go to bad tattoo shops and get bad tattoos.
Yeah.
And it's not about bad tattoos. There's health aspects to it where they can get there, they don't know these things, they get tattooed and they get infections. There's a lot of infections that you can get. It is a very serious story. So it's very important to sit with your kids down and really make them understand why they can't get tattoos at a young age, and make them understand when they can get tattoos, because either way, they're still going to run to the tattoo shops and get them. And for my daughter, the other day, she was like, "Daddy, I want piercings. I want to get piercings." Then I was like, "Baby girl, it's fine. Not a problem. You want piercings? You're old enough. I'll actually do the piercings myself, because now it's a concern of safety. It's a concern I don't want my daughter to go run out there with other friends and go get the piercings in dingy places. So I'll have to make sure and sit it down that, baby girl, I'm going to do it with you, or I'm going to take you exactly where I know it's safe for you." So that's just my 2 cents worth.
Yeah, man. I mean, I hold the same light. You know, I just think, look, I was a bit of a problem. You know, I was a bit of a problem. So I don't want to. I don't know how I'd react if I was raising me. True story, dog. Honestly, so you know, hats off, hats off, hats off, hats
It'll
off. You
come
know?
with the heart attack.
Hey, my man, you know. So because I'm a parent now, dude, I'm just thinking, ish, man, it's a man, dingalo, man. So that's what I'm saying. Like some of those decisions, I mean, I'll do it better. You know, my dad once said to me, man, you know, being the firstborn child, you are the benchmark. We do everything around you. So even our mistakes will be around you because you're the first example of everything that we do. So, you know, for them, it'll be better. For my siblings, it'll be better because, you know. So I've appreciated those words and I carry that with me as well. That, you know, if I had a chance to, you know, try and just sit down and say this to this person way before, you know, because they didn't do that, you know, they didn't do that. When the way they grew up, you know, people would tell, "Nah, Nerissa, Famon for however long, man." Those are different times. So you're not going to sit down with those ideas and think that you're going to tell me, again, I want to be out there playing, man. That's when we first started realizing what tattoos are. So if we were not able to have the conversation, I then make my decision, and alone, you know. So I don't want them to make the decisions alone.
Then I'd say it's for gauging if they're interested in tattoos at a young age. Because I'm not going to, I've always wanted tattoos at a very young age. My mom knows this. My dad also knows this as well, right? And one thing I appreciate between the two, my dad was actually more lenient on it. He was very adamant about it. Like, I do not mind you getting a tattoo when you're older, right? But please make sure it's at a good parlor. You know, when I got my gig with Soweto, do you know what my dad did? He came and spent money to get here simply because his daughter works at a parlor, and like that meant a lot to me because it's like, oh my god, like you actually pateled for because I work at a parlor, you know, like it wasn't I wouldn't say he was the dad that stood in between me and my ink dreams, even though right now I know for a fact like I can't get face or neck tattoos.
Exactly.
We're still in the talks about it. We're still in the talks about it,
You know?
but I had a very supportive dad. My mom didn't say, don't do it, you know, but she's a Christian. She has her own beliefs on it. But she came to the parlor when this was my first tattoo. She came to the parlor when she saw the stencil. She was like, tattoo ya kanakan. Where you pull, you know?
Yeah.
But she didn't say, get in the car, let's leave. You know, I had supportive parents that actually let me express myself and what I wanted. And they actually always made it a thing to, as much as I was reminding them, I want a tattoo when I'm 18 or 21, they made a point to remind me, like, do your research. Times are changing, you know? So that question was basically me trying to understand if you guys are the difficult parents that made your mistakes and because I made this mistake, they can't do it at all. Or it's, I made this mistake, but there's better solutions to that, and I can help you get there. That's what I wanted to understand.
Correct. That's correct. 100%. We're diving into a game.
So today I've prepared a game. Yes, I actually took my time to prepare a game. So here's the rules of the game. Is called Tattoo Stencils or Stencil Artists, right?
Okay.
So basically, in this cute little glass over here, there's 3 elements of a tattoo you're going to draw. We're not actually tattooing, we're just drawing with pens, guys. This is a disclaimer, none of us can draw. Okay?
None of us. We can't
None
draw.
of us can
It's just
draw.
the game.
It's just the game. And so you're gonna pick 3 elements from here. You have 1 minute and 30 seconds to bring all of these into one. Right? So who's going first?
Be careful. We might decide it's going to be tattooed on your body.
Let me go first.
Yeah.
Let me go first.
You gotta go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's
So what are the rules of the game? What happens?
you're going to pick 3 papers from here
Okay.
and then you draw for 1 minute and 30 seconds. The timer's on.
Okay.
The loser gets it on his body. We tattoo it.
Yeah.
For real.
This is the exact stencil.
The exact thing.
I'm kidding.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
No, singing on banana.
Okay. I got one. I don't open it yet.
No, open, show.
Okay.
Grab one, show, read it out loud what it is.
What are we cooking with? What's that? What? A galaxy, planets.
Yeah. So you can either draw stars or multiple planets. That's first element, the universe. It's gonna be an interesting one. Okay.
Right. Give me fire, man. Give me fire. Let's check it out. Angel number. Where have I seen this before?
Angel numbers, that's your 111s, 444s, 333s, 999s.
Not 666.
And your 666s. My 666.
Ish.
So many things in one,
Hey, my
1 minute,
man.
30 seconds.
Hey, my man. 1 minute 30 and I gotta...
It has to be
All
one
right.
big tattoo that incorporates all of this.
This is really... Can I say I've already done this?
What flowers
Flowers.
on you?
Flowers love you, man.
My man, flowers really love me, eh?
Flower boy.
So Mattel has to draw a stencil that involves either the galaxy, planets,
Yeah.
what's that? Angel numbers
Yeah.
and flowers, right? So that's planets,
This is my
flowers,
leg, man.
and
It's
angel
literally...
numbers.
It's already there.
What's your plan?
Okay.
This is your drawing paper.
Aren't we doing it at the same time, all of us?
Should we do it all at the same time? Okay.
Because I'm just going to time all of us.
I think
Okay.
so.
Say stop.
I think so. So pick yours. No, he's gotta
He has to pick also.
go with 3.
A face?
Ooh, you have to draw a face.
That's hard.
Man, I'm glad I didn't
Yes.
get that.
You can't say you can't do it, bruh. This is the.
I'm glad I
it's
didn't get
there.
that.
I was actually hoping for the face. I was hoping
Face?
for it, yeah.
Why?
Moon? Okay.
Mm.
Not
So the
bad.
face,
Face
the
in the moon.
Yeah, face in the moon. You already got
Okay.
that.
Number 3, what is it?
I might need another pen.
Hand. Okay.
And a hand. Okay. So what are your elements there? The elements of your tattoo are? Tell the viewers the truth.
Face, the moon, and the hand.
Okay. It's my turn. Why do I have a feeling that I'm going to be getting the difficult ones?
Man, there's nothing easy about this.
Okay, I got emoji.
Emoji.
Yep, any emoji of my choice. An eye. And hearts. Okay.
Why is yours easy?
Because I picked the easy ones. I don't know about you guys.
It's like
Clearly,
you knew.
like is on my side.
My paper.
You got
Oh
a
yeah,
pen?
Dimiso needs papers also.
Oh, you want?
And a pen. Please pass this.
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
Let us know the time to start.
Time starts now.
I'm finished. Nigga, I'm quick. I'm quick. Done. Me. Quick. I'm the quickest artist you'll ever find. Do you know Picasso? I'm Picasso.
Done. 30 seconds of the clock.
Yeah, probably.
What problem?
You guys were those guys that would write in test a long time and writing a bunch of nothing. And you still fail. After being the last one out.
If he's gonna tattoo this thing on himself,
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Ain't nobody
Who's
trying to
going
show their
first?
shit.
Who's going first?
You.
But
Like, you finished first, so you might as well show us first.
Yeah, I
give
mean-
it close-up.
Go.
Why would I go first?
Because you finished
I
first.
mean, you finished first. I mean, so.
Where were you in a rush? You had
Okay.
all the time in the world.
It was the face,
Mm-hmm.
the moon, and the hands.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
That's the
like, literally. Like.
But it's supposed to be one big tattoo, but okay.
It can be small tattoos, 3 small tattoos.
You see, and this is when you realize our creativity levels are different. What's going on with mine? It's not this, huh?
Mine when I is some BS out.
Hey, man. Alright, should I go?
Yeah.
I think I went all out. I
Let's
think I
see.
went all out.
Let's see.
If I'm winning, I'm winning. Boom, bam. I gotta do
I see a sunflower somewhere.
galaxy.
I
gotta
see
do
666.
angel number and flowers.
What's the story with
Why did you have to
666?
go with the 666? Oh no, but I see what you did there.
I'm
Okay,
saying-
Wait.
the 666 is his angel number, the angel number he chose to
You
put
see?
on there.
You see?
Oh yeah,
you
I see, and then it becomes a
You
sunflower.
see, I got little galaxies over here.
Yeah,
and
I
over
can
there.
see
You
a
know what
galaxy
I mean?
looks like an eye
Yeah, fam.
and some daisies and shit.
Know what I mean? Yeah, here you go.
What do you got there, ma'am?
Halentech. If you guys
Uh,
laugh at me, you're not going to see the pearly
A
gates.
tattoo apprentice, can we see?
Check it out.
Can we see tattoo apprentice? Our tattoo apprentice, if she's gonna do the things.
Man.
Yo.
Wait, what did you even get?
What is going on there?
Yeah, what
I
did
got
you
emoji, hearts, and eyes. So I drew a couple.
And I.
With shaky hands, I drew a couple of eyes and 2 fire emojis and hearts and other like cranky emojis.
No.
No.
If anybody's winning this thing, I do.
No.
Yeah, you really did.
When I,
You
no,
did.
you got a 0.00.
Yeah.
I can't draw.
What is
Leave
that?
me alone.
I mean,
You worse.
I can't draw, but like,
My Picasso art was better than that.
Nah, man.
It looks like my daughter in preschool or something.
I'm telling you.
No ways. I disagree with that one. So there's no winner of the game, unfortunately.
Hold
It's
up.
Mattel.
Hold up.
Mateo's
Excuse me.
stencil actually
Man.
makes the
One.
most creative sense out of all of us.
Okay.
Dude,
Alright.
He made one big piece
I
out
put
of
it
all his
together.
elements.
I really put it together.
All right, cool.
I
No,
mean,
we'll give it to
I
Mateo.
came and mastered the masters.
Then I guess
Literally,
No, seriously,
literally, eh?
nah,
Live
legit.
in 4K.
Seen that?
Yeah, I know. But I know we tried, guys. We tried. We are not
Sorry.
artists. We are not that good. But
Yeah.
we tried our best. Our best. As for you,
Leave
You
me
don't
alone.
know.
I'm still at school. I'm
you
still at
don't
school.
know it's bad.
It takes a long time to
Yeah.
become a great artist. Okay, you
Yeah,
don't wake up
no.
and become a great artist.
Nah,
Start
facts,
somewhere.
Facts.
It's a lot. Guys, thank you for watching the show. And we'd like to thank our guest for coming into the show, having a chat with us about his tattoo journey, where he's been, the corporate space and tattoos. This is a very important conversation. Hence, I said that if you have any stories that you want us to talk about or engage in, please do comment below about your stories. And we'd like to thank you so much, Mateo, for coming through and being with us. What are your last words, sir?
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for having me. It's been such a pleasure. It's been great. It's been fun experience. It's my first time doing something like this, and it's been an interesting experience. It's something I wouldn't mind doing again.
Do you
I've
think
loved
next time
learning.
you're going to give us less PR answers?
That is the big question.
I had to ask that.
Yeah, I heard one of the producers saying that, hey, your answers are very structured.
Yeah.
No, not even. Like, yeah, you gotta think about
Yeah,
it.
speaking. I'm going to play
you
safe.
have to answer strategically. But I had so much fun, man. I had so much fun. I hope we teach, I hope we get the message out there. Tattoos really are just expression. They really are not for the stereotype, even though, some adjusting is necessary. Even for us with tats, adjusting is necessary. But I had such a great time. I appreciate it. Our journey's not done, right?
No.
No,
We have a
it's
very
not done.
long road.
Not
You
at
have
all.
space, sir. You still have a lot of
I got
space to
lots of
cover.
skin, man. Lots of skin. So I appreciate you guys, man.
Hundreds,
Allah.
hundreds.
Okay, so that brings us to the end of our episode. If you had so much fun, comment down below. If you have questions, comment down below. We'll be able to, so that we can answer your questions within the next episode. If you are willing to share your tattoo journey with us and you would like to come up here and share it and shoot with us, just shoot us an email. Send us an email at mtspodcast at
SowetoInc.com.
SowetoInc.com. That is mtspodcast at SowetoInc.com. Anyway, thank you very much. We look forward to getting your responses and shooting another episode for you guys. Cheers.
Awesome. And I'd like to just send a good shout out to the people that are showing us love on our new podcast and the episode that's out. We see your love. We appreciate it. Please keep on, loving us, watching our episode, liking, commenting. We love you very much. From the Soweto Inc. team, it's all love.
Wait, we forgot the most important part though. Subscribe to our channel.
I did say in the middle.